Game number 39 for the Boston Bruins, and they are in New Jersey to play the Devils. And it's going to be an interesting stretch coming up. 6 games in 9 days, including a 5-game road trip. Hopefully they'll play a hell of a lot better than they played in their last 2 games, especially dropping a big egg on the Winter Classic, as well as dropping a game right afterwards to Braden Holtby, the guy they just can't figure out to save their lives, and also the Washington Capitals, who Braden Holtby plays for. Which means they have lost their 5 out of their last 6, and things are not looking good as they have slipped down to clawing and snagging and grabbing and desperately hanging on to a wild card playoff position in the Atlantic that would be putting them at 4th place behind Detroit and Montreal, 5 points behind those 2 teams, as well as 10 points behind the team that is officially in 1st place, which is, believe it or not, the Florida Panthers. Where the hell did that come from? So anyway, in this game between the Devils, it is Jonas Goofy Gustafsson back in the net. He takes on Boston College pride, and probably the best thing New Jersey's got going for them right now, Corey Schneider. And we welcome back David Pastrnak, who hasn't played since Halloween, unfortunately. But still, the Bruins will be without Brad Marchand, who is in the final game of his suspension. They will be without David Krejci still. They will be not playing with Adam McQuaid, who got cheap hit and knocked out of play against the Washington Capitals. Dirty hit, and that player was suspended by the NHL. It should have been a penalty on the ice, but that's neither here nor there. This is the Bruins Recap Show, and we'll see how this game unfolds. So we'll start this immediately in the first period, and it's right off the bat that Colin Miller will take a shot, and bodies will get to the front, traffic will get to the front of the net. The puck finds its way to Frankie Vatrano from Springfield, Massachusetts. Bada bing, 1-0 Boston here. They kick it off early. A great first period for Boston, a lot of back and forth. Timely saves from your goaltender, but a lot of play in the other end for Boston, and that's what you need, to especially to this team, a very not-so-physical team. You take it to them, you put pressure on them, and that is what Boston was able to do in the first period, and in fact, throughout most of this game. They'll go to the room for the first period up 1-0, and this third line here, I hope they keep it for the next game, of Frank Vatrano, Handsome Jimmy Hayes, and Jonas Kemppainen. The 3 of them looked very good, working well together. So we're going to take it to the second period, and a great hit plays here by one Ryan Spooner with Matt Bolesky screening in front of the net. He fires it home. 2-0 Boston.
Hey everybody, we're all going to get laid.
Later on in the period, New Jersey will finally get on the board with Bobby Finham. A kid from North Andover makes it 2-1, you rich bastard from North Andover. It was a good shot, though. I'll give the kid credit, the local boy, making it a 2-1 game. But Boston will get it right back on the power play. It's Handsome Jimmy Hayes off a tip of a Zdeno Chara shot. So get this, 6'9" Zdeno Chara fires a shot to get tipped in by 6'6" Handsome Jimmy Hayes. It's the colossal connection on the power play, making it a 3-1 hockey game as we close out the second period. We'll take it to the third period, and we get one more goal from the Boston defense, and it's a Howitzer. It is a clapper indeed. Colin Miller, the fastest shot in the AHL last season, and he showed it in this one. Blows it by Corey Schneider, 5-hole, 4-1 on a wicked one-timer.
What a shot.
So that is the hockey game. The Bruins will take this one 4-1, and this is how you want to start your road trip. 5 games on the road for the Bruins upcoming. But the good news is they are among the best, if not the best, road team in hockey right now with an outstanding 12-3-2 road record. That is ridiculous. So let's go to the 3 stars of the game here. Star number 3 with 2 assists in the game. It's the German, Dennis Seidenberg here. The 2nd star of the game, and I'm giving him a new nickname. I'm calling him the Howitzer. Colin Miller. Colin the Howitzer Miller. A goal and an assist here tonight. He gets the 2nd star. And the 1st star of the game, Ryan Spooner, with a goal and an assist as well. He looked really good, taking up that second centerman position as David Krejci is out on injury, as I've mentioned multiple times since he's been out. So let's see what the Bruins can do tomorrow. They're right back at it again. They get the Ottawa Senators, which seems to be a weird bit of scheduling as they play Ottawa for the 3rd time in 2 weeks. So we'll see what they can do. But the good news, they get the return of Brad Marchand. He comes back from his suspension, and he'll be back for that game. Also, on another side note, this is the 3,000th NHL regular season victory for the Boston Bruins as an organization. So, round of applause for that. And on one last side note before I close this out, I want to send my thoughts and my prayers out to Dena Lang and her family. I don't know if many of you have been following this, but during the first ever Women's Winter Classic that was held at Gillette Stadium on New Year's Eve, she went out with a severe spinal injury. So thought and prayers and hopefully a speedy recovery goes to her, and the best wishes for her family during this time. And we will see you on the next Bruins Recap Show.